Welcome to the channel. I am a doctor, and today I'll talk about never take these 5 healthy vitamins after 60, doctor's warning. While the pursuit of longevity often leads individuals over the age of 60 to the supplement aisle, the assumption that more vitamins equate to better health is a dangerous oversimplification of geriatric physiology. As the body ages, its ability to process, store, and excrete micronutrients changes fundamentally. What was beneficial or at least harmless in one's 30s can become toxic or counterproductive in one's 60s. The medical community is increasingly concerned about the prescribing cascade, where supplements are taken to fix problems that the supplements themselves are causing. For those over 60, the stakes are higher because the margin for error is narrower. The kidneys and liver, the body's primary filtration systems, often function at a reduced capacity, meaning that fat-soluble vitamins can accumulate to dangerous levels, and water-soluble vitamins can put undue stress on renal pathways. Furthermore, the prevalence of polypharmacy, the use of multiple prescription medications among seniors, creates a minefield of potential interactions. Many common supplements can thin the blood, interfere with heart medications, or mask the symptoms of underlying diseases. Understanding which vitamins to avoid is not about rejecting nutrition. It is about recognizing that after 60, the body requires a more surgical and less shotgun approach to supplementation. The first supplement that requires extreme caution and is often better avoided entirely without a specific documented deficiency is vitamin A in the form of preformed retinol. While vitamin A is essential for vision and immune function, most people in developed nations obtain more than enough through a standard diet of eggs, dairy, and fortified cereals. The problem for those over 60 is that vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning the body stores excess amounts in the liver and fatty tissues rather than flushing them out through urine. As we age, the liver's ability to process these stores diminishes. High levels of preformed vitamin A have been strongly linked to a decrease in bone mineral density. For an age group already at high risk for osteoporosis and debilitating fractures, a supplement that actively weakens the skeletal structure is a significant liability. Research has shown that seniors taking high doses of vitamin A have an increased risk of hip fractures compared to those who do not. Additionally, chronic vitamin A toxicity can lead to liver damage, blurred vision, and even central nervous system issues. Instead of reaching for a pill, doctors recommend focusing on beta-carotene from plant sources like carrots and sweet potatoes, as the body only converts what it needs into vitamin A, effectively eliminating the risk of toxicity. The second healthy vitamin that can pose a hidden threat to the over 60 population is vitamin E. For years, vitamin E was marketed as a miracle antioxidant capable of protecting the heart and preventing cognitive decline. However, large-scale clinical trials have largely debunked these claims and, more worryingly, highlighted significant risks. Vitamin E acts as a mild anticoagulant, or blood thinner. For many seniors, this is a redundant and dangerous effect, as they may already be taking aspirin, warfarin, or other blood thinners for cardiovascular health. This combination significantly increases the risk of internal bleeding and hemorrhagic stroke. Even in those not taking blood thinners, high doses of vitamin E have been associated with a higher overall mortality rate in clinical studies. There is also evidence suggesting that excessive vitamin E might interfere with the body's natural response to exercise and muscle repair, which is critical for maintaining strength and balance in later years. The antioxidant benefits of vitamin E are far more effective and safer when obtained through food sources like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens, where the vitamin exists in a complex matrix of other nutrients that prevent the pro-oxidant effect that high-dose supplements can sometimes trigger. Third on the list of concerns is the routine supplementation of high-dose vitamin B6. While B-complex vitamins are often touted for energy and brain health, vitamin B6 is unique in its potential for neurotoxicity when taken in excess over long periods. As people age, they often experience changes in peripheral nerve function. Taking high doses of B6, often found in super multivitamins or B-complex pills, can actually cause peripheral neuropathy, a condition characterized by numbness, tingling, and pain in the hands and feet. This is particularly insidious because a senior experiencing these symptoms might assume they are just a sign of getting older or a complication of another condition like diabetes, leading them to take even more supplements in a futile attempt to fix the problem. The irony is that the very vitamin they are taking to support their nerves is the one damaging them. For most individuals over 60, a balanced diet providing poultry, fish, and bananas offers sufficient B6 without approaching the threshold of toxicity. Supplementation should only occur under the strict guidance of a physician who has confirmed a deficiency through blood testing. The fourth supplement to reconsider is folic acid, the synthetic form of vitamin B9. While crucial for women of childbearing age to prevent birth defects, the role of high-dose folic acid in the elderly is far more complicated and potentially hazardous. The primary concern is masked deficiency. High intake of folic acid can correct the anemia associated with vitamin B12 deficiency, but it does nothing to stop the neurological damage that B12 deficiency causes. Because B12 absorption naturally declines as we age due to lower stomach acid levels, many seniors are at risk for deficiency. If they are taking high doses of folic acid, their blood work might look normal, even as their nervous system suffers permanent damage. There is also emerging research suggesting that while folate from food can prevent certain cancers, high doses of synthetic folic acid might actually accelerate the growth of pre-existing precancerous lesions or polyps, which are more common in the over 60 demographic. The body processes synthetic folic acid differently than natural folate, often leading to unmetabolized folic acid circulating in the blood, the long-term effects of which are still being studied but are generally viewed with caution by geriatricians. Finally, vitamin C, though widely regarded as the most innocent of supplements, requires a second look after age 60, particularly regarding dosage. While vitamin C is vital for collagen synthesis and immune support, the megadoses often found in effervescent powders and large capsules can lead to significant issues for the aging body. High doses of vitamin C significantly increase the amount of oxalate excreted in the urine, which is a primary building block for kidney stones. For seniors who may already be dealing with decreased kidney function or dehydration, this extra oxalate load can be the tipping point for a painful stone. Furthermore, vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron. While this is helpful for some, it can be dangerous for those with certain genetic predispositions or conditions that cause iron overload, which can damage the heart and liver over time. Additionally, vitamin C megadoses can interfere with the accuracy of certain medical tests, such as blood glucose monitors and stool tests for colon cancer screening, potentially leading to false results that delay the diagnosis of serious conditions. This chemical overburdening is often compounded by the health halo effect, where seniors believe that if a small amount of a nutrient is good, a concentrated, isolated dose must be transformative. In reality, the aging gastrointestinal tract becomes increasingly sensitive to the additives and binders used in high-dose tablets. These inert ingredients can cause chronic low-grade inflammation or digestive distress, which is often misdiagnosed as irritable bowel syndrome or age-related food intolerance. When the body is forced to process 2,000% of the daily recommended value of a synthetic vitamin, it diverted metabolic energy away from vital repair processes. For those over 60, energy conservation at a cellular level is paramount. The kidneys, specifically the nephrons responsible for filtering the blood, do not regenerate. By forcing them to process excessive water-soluble vitamins like C and the B-complex group, we are essentially accelerating the aging of our filtration system for no documented clinical gain. Another overlooked danger is the antioxidant paradox. In a younger body, antioxidants help neutralize free radicals produced during high-intensity activity. However, in seniors, some level of oxidative stress is actually a necessary signal for the body to trigger its own internal repair mechanisms and mitochondrial biogenesis. By flooding the system with high-dose synthetic antioxidants like vitamin E or C, seniors may be inadvertently silencing the very biological alarms that tell the body to keep its cells strong. This can lead to muscle wasting, also known as sarcopenia, which is a leading cause of loss of independence and mobility in the elderly. When the internal signaling system is muffled by a blanket of unnecessary supplements, the body loses its edge, becoming softer and more susceptible to the very frailties the individual is trying to avoid. The psychological impact of oversupplementation also carries a hidden cost. There is a documented phenomenon where individuals who take a large number of vitamins feel a false sense of nutritional insurance, which leads them to make poorer dietary choices. They might skip the salad or the piece of fish, thinking that the pill in their hand covers all their bases. This substitution error is devastating after 60 because pills do not contain the fiber, phytochemicals, or healthy fats necessary for brain health and regular digestion. Synthetic vitamins are often isolated molecules, whereas nutrients in food are part of a complex, synergistic team. For example, the calcium in a supplement is far more likely to end up in the arteries as plaque rather than in the bones, unless it is accompanied by the specific ratios of vitamin K2 and magnesium found in a natural diet. Without these cofactors, which are rarely balanced correctly in a one-size-fits-all pill, the supplement becomes a cardiovascular risk rather than a skeletal benefit. Furthermore, we must address the issue of cognitive interference. The brain after 60 is increasingly sensitive to shifts in blood chemistry. Excesses of certain vitamins can influence neurotransmitter balance. For instance, while B12 is vital for brain health, taking it in massive doses alongside high folic acid can disrupt the methylation cycle, leading to unexplained irritability, sleep disturbances, or brain fog. Many seniors visit memory clinics fearing the onset of dementia, only to find that their cognitive symptoms improve significantly once their cabinet full of supplements is cleared out. The brain requires stability and a steady supply of nutrients from blood sugar stabilizing meals, not the erratic spikes provided by high-potency vitamins that hit the bloodstream all at once. The regulatory landscape also provides a false sense of security. In many regions, supplements are not held to the same rigorous purity and efficacy standards as prescription medications. For a senior with a sensitive immune system, the risk of consuming a supplement contaminated with heavy metals or unlisted fillers is a serious concern. Independent testing has frequently revealed that the actual content of many vitamins does not match the label, with some containing significantly higher doses than advertised. For someone over 60, whose metabolic clearance is already slowed, an accidental megadose due to poor manufacturing quality control can lead to an acute medical crisis. Ultimately, the goal of health after 60 should be the optimization of nutrient density through whole foods rather than the accumulation of synthetic isolates. The more is better philosophy belongs to a younger body with more robust metabolic buffers. For the senior, the most effective vitamin is often the one they stop taking without a medical necessity. Every pill added to a daily regimen increases the complexity of the body's chemistry and the likelihood of a negative interaction. True health in the golden years is found in the balance of a varied diet, consistent movement, and the cautious, evidence-based use of medical interventions. Before continuing any supplement, it is imperative to have a thorough discussion with a healthcare provider, bringing the actual bottles to the appointment to ensure that the dosages and ingredients are safe for your specific health profile. Avoiding these 5 vitamins in high-dose supplement form can protect the bones, the liver, the nerves, and the kidneys, ensuring that the pursuit of health doesn't inadvertently become the cause of illness. The body at 60 and beyond is an intricate, finely tuned instrument that deserves respect, not a chemical overload. Focus on vibrant fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, and let nature provide the complex nutrition that a single pill never could. By streamlining your supplement routine, you are not just avoiding toxicity, you are giving your body the space it needs to function at its natural best, unburdened by the stress of processing unnecessary and potentially harmful synthetic compounds. Health is not something found at the bottom of a bottle. It is a lifestyle of informed choices and a deep understanding of one's own changing biological needs. Respect the wisdom of your body by being as selective about what you put into it as you are about the life you are building with it. Avoid the trap of marketing-driven health fads and stick to the clinical reality. After 60, the most powerful health move you can make is often subtraction, not addition. This disciplined approach to wellness will serve you far better than any miracle vitamin ever promised. The road to health is paved with moderation, medical guidance, and the prioritization of real food over lab-created alternatives. Be the guardian of your own physiology and choose the path of safety over the path of supplementation. By rejecting the culture of excessive vitamins, you are embracing a more authentic form of longevity, one built on the solid ground of biological reality rather than the shifting sands of the supplement industry. Your body has spent 6 decades learning how to take care of you. The best thing you can do now is to get out of its way and provide it with the simple, high-quality fuel it has always craved. The transition into the later stages of life should be marked by a shedding of the unnecessary, both in our lives and in our medicine cabinets. This clarity of purpose and purity of intake will provide the strongest foundation for the years ahead. In the end, the most vital nutrient is the awareness that our health is a masterpiece of nature, best maintained by natural means. Trust in the power of a balanced life, and let the science of nutrition guide you away from the risks of over-supplementation. Your future self will thank you for the restraint you show today, as your organs remain unburdened and your vitality remains rooted in the genuine nourishment of the world around you. The complexity of the human biological system at age 60 cannot be replicated or corrected by a handful of capsules. It requires a holistic view that considers sleep, social connection, and the management of chronic stress, all of which have a more profound impact on health than any vitamin. When we stop obsessing over micronutrient numbers and start focusing on the quality of our daily existence, we unlock a level of well-being that no supplement can provide. This is the true meaning of aging with grace, knowing that we are already whole and that our focus should be on preserving that wholeness through careful, considered actions. Let the food on your plate be your primary medicine, and let the supplements be the rare exception, not the rule. This is the doctor's warning and the senior's secret to a vibrant, unburdened life. By choosing subtraction over addition, you are choosing a future of resilience and clarity. The supplements you leave on the shelf today are the gifts of health you are giving yourself for tomorrow. Stay informed, stay cautious, and above all, stay dedicated to the simple, powerful truth that your body knows best when it is fed by nature, not by the pharmacy. This is the path to a long, healthy, and truly nourished life. In this context, we must also acknowledge the metabolic burden of unmetabolized compounds that circulate in the bloodstream when we bypass the natural digestive process. When you eat a piece of fruit, your body regulates the uptake of vitamins based on its current saturation levels. When you swallow a high-potency pill, you force a massive concentration of chemicals into your blood, bypassing the body's natural gatekeepers. For a senior, this sudden chemical surge can lead to transient systemic inflammation, a condition increasingly linked to chronic age-related diseases. The vascular system, already less flexible than in youth, must contend with these high concentrations of synthetic elements, which can damage the delicate endothelial lining of the blood vessels. This is why the focus must remain on the synergy of whole foods. Furthermore, the environmental impact of the global supplement industry, from the carbon footprint of manufacturing to the plastic waste generated by millions of discarded bottles, adds another layer of ethical consideration to our personal health choices. True longevity is as much about the health of the planet as it is about the health of the individual. By reducing our reliance on industrial vitamins, we contribute to a more sustainable world while protecting our own delicate internal ecosystems. The modern senior has the opportunity to lead by example, showing that aging with dignity means living in harmony with biological truth rather than chasing the false promises of laboratory-synthesized shortcuts. Let your legacy be one of wisdom, and let that wisdom start with what you choose, and choose not, to put in your body every single morning. Ultimately, your later years should be defined by the quality of your experiences, not the quantity of your pills. By choosing to source your vitality from the local market rather than a factory-sealed bottle, you reclaim a sense of agency over your biology. This shift in perspective allows you to appreciate the intricate signals your body sends, fostering a deeper connection with your physical self. Real health is quiet, steady, and sustainable. It is found in the simple joy of a balanced meal and the peace of a mind unclouded by synthetic overloads.